Hello, people. Oh, I gotta rearrange the names. Hang on a second. But first of all, welcome everybody. My name is Steve Red, and I'm a space engineer from the far future. And not to mention, the GM of this cool game. And we can go on, we can go in order of Discord call here, and we can begin. Erin, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, my name is Erin Kay, Shapeshifter Secret Agent VTuber, and I will be playing the character of Saga. Nice to meet everyone. Thank you for having me.
Next would be Age. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, I'm Ade. I'm a simple little raccoon VTuber exploring from a forest, and I will be playing the character of Artith. Thank you for having me as well.
Next is Bishi Bunny.
Hello, I am Bishy Bunny. My lore is so convoluted, I'm not going to get into it here. Just know that I am a maid and a bunny, and I will be playing Tatiana.
And next we got Ink.
I also Cuddle if it's easier, because my name is Cuddle, and I will be playing a character as Ink, just to let you know. If that's easier on people.
Yeah. Ink is the VTuber, Ink is the character. Cuddle is the person. And Professor Ramnus.
Hi everybody, how's it going? I am Professor Ramnus. I'm a Pokemon fringe analyst extraordinaire, and I haven't streamed I haven't streamed or VTubed in quite a while, but I'm glad to be here and with this group. And I will be playing the little monkey boy known as Hanu.
And that's everything. I think that we're ready to go. So, let's see here. Make sure that everyone can hear the birds. So I think everyone can hear the birds. It's a nice low volume.
I hear the birds.
Yeah.
Birds don't exist.
I'm kind of curious if we're in the desert.
As a matter of fact, we are in the desert. As you can see, we're on the south side of the inner sea in the Pathfinder RPG setting. In a little place called Thuvia, where they got sand.
In before Star Wars sand meme.
Yep.
Our primary export.
Their primary export is an elixir that can reverse your aging process and make you a young person again, which people pay a ton of money for, and it's kind of the entire economy of this place.
And it's made of sand. I don't know.
Because it's very expensive. That's kind of how they keep their independence. But in any case, we are going to begin this campaign in a town called La Masara. Town, small city. It's got about 11,000 people, and it's ruled by a queen. So you know she's got to work hard to keep that title. And it's also very well known as a center of arts in this part of the world. Your characters are here for their own various reasons. And I figured we should go into it one by one. We will begin with... if I can find my notes. No, not those notes. This is what being a GM is like, by the way. Just scattered notes.
Back in the day when I kept notes. Now I let my players keep all my notes.
Oh.
Who's that character's name again? Oh, thank you.
Oh, it's on this page. There we go. I figured we could start with Hanu, if that's all right by you.
Sure.
All right. Hanu, you are here for a very specific reason. You are a devoted member of the religion of Sun Wukong. And you are on the quest to find his staff, which has been lost. Your quest
That's right.
has brought you quite a long ways, because this is nowhere near the place where Sun Wukong is usually worshipped, all the way to Thuvia. And in an effort to understand the journey of Sun Wukong and gain insight to the staff's location, you have climbed to the top of the Serene Spiral, which is an important temple to Pharasma. Namely, the delicate alabaster tower that serves as its central feature, which is rather narrow and not meant to be climbed. It's a long shot, since the goddess of life and death isn't a huge fan of the monkey who erased his name from her ledger to become immortal. And the Pharasman clerics, staring up at the tower in apprehension, aren't your biggest fans either. But you can't deny the closeness that you feel to your god by performing this act. Your meditations don't bring you much luck at first. But you are interrupted as you hear someone else trying to scramble their way up the tower.
Okay. I guess I will. I guess I will distract myself from my meditations to check out who's making their way.
You see, what looks to be a scrawny teenage girl with a backpack with several scrolls attached to it. She crests the top of the tower, and she says, I have a message for you, Mr. Hanu.
Sure. Let me take a. Sure. What do you got?
She kind of reaches back, grabs a scroll, and sort of slams it down in front of you as she's trying to maintain her grip on the tower.
Okay. I'll go ahead and I'll take the scroll.
Okay. The scroll contains a note from someone named Tahar, who apparently lives in this town, saying that he knows you as something of an adventurer that's passing through the area, and he would like to meet you at his residence as soon as possible to discuss a concerning matter.
All right. So, I'll go. I kind of scratch my head with curiosity, and I'll let the messenger know. I'll give them my thanks, and I will say, "Be careful on the way back down."
Can you help me back down?
Sure.
Okay. Would you like to roll athletics for me?
Yeah.
Do you know how to do that on Roll20?
Yeah. I've got the chat tips right here. It's letting me know how to do that. Let's see.
Oh yeah. I definitely recommend getting into the habit of \r space 1d20 plus whatever.
Okay, so I'm doing just the 1d20, right?
Yeah, d20 plus whatever your athletics is to climb.
Plus. Alrighty. Climb would be under acrobatics, correct?
Oh, would it? I thought it was under athletics.
Is that? Oh,
No,
athletics. Okay.
Yeah, it's athletics.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
that's going to be a 22.
Very solid. You manage to help her climb down the side of this 40-foot alabaster tower. Though as you do hear a crack in the delicate stonework, and you notice that the crack has formed in an almost straight line, pointed in the direction of the kind of the richer district of the town. And the messenger says, "Ah, yeah, it's just about where Mr. Tahar lives."
Oh, well then. I guess I'll go make my way over there right now. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Was it an omen? Maybe. Or a warning. Who knows? But alright. You get out of there before the Pharasman clerics have time to notice the damage.
Yeah.
Ardeth, would you like to go next?
Sounds good.
Alright. So your situation's a little bit different from his, of course. You've been tasked by your associates to lay low in Lamasara and do your best to blend in as a friendly member of the community. Apparently something has stirred up your rivals in the town in the last few weeks, and an opportunity may present itself to make moves against them. To pass the time and make a bit of money, you've been doing odd jobs around the town, and your unique skill set has recently given you a reputation as a man who can solve many problems for the right price. So tell me, in a town like this, where would Ardeth go to relax?
Oh, Ardeth. I assume I'd be in a tavern somewhere.
Oh yeah, you
Listening,
got
watching.
those. Okay. Seedy, reputable?
Sorry, I did not hear you. What?
Would it be kind of a seedy place, or would you go to a
Probably.
nice place? A seedy place. Very good. That's what I wanted to hear. As, hesitantly, the same messenger slowly makes her way into the tavern, looking left and right at all of the different characters. She makes her way up close to you, and you can hear her whisper to the bartender, I heard that there's a Mr. Ardeth who comes here. Is he here right now?
Hmm.
The
I turn my
bartender.
head
Yeah.
to look. I turn my head to look at hearing that. And he stares and waits.
Bartender looks at you and sees you looking at her, and he's like, "That's him right there." And she turns, kind of shocked that you are right next to her. She says, "Oh, Mr. Ardeth, I have a message for you here."
I stare at the parchment that she is attempting to hand before taking it cautiously.
It's from Mr. Tahar. That's all I need to do. I gotta go. Bye. You open it, and you see that it comes from the same guy. It's the same message that Hanu was given, basically. Just heard that you were a capable person, and needs you to help investigate something.
I read the words, and my interest is piqued. I call out to stop the messenger from leaving and ask, where shall I find him?
He's down in the upper district. She gives you an address, basically. From your knowledge of the area, you know that this guy probably pretty rich. If you have society, you can roll it if you want to know more.
1 second. I do.
All right, same deal. /R space 1d20 plus whatever the number is.
I'm so slow with typing, I apologize.
That's okay.
That
A
made
7.
An interesting noise. That is a 7. Yes.
Okay. You might be a bit new to this town. You haven't heard
Yeah,
of this guy
so-
specifically, but if he comes from a rich part of town, then he'll probably offer money.
Ardith is very intrigued by that. I guess he would start heading in the direction.
Okay. And as you do, you are stopped by a voice coming from below you and to the right as a gnome walks up to you. Let me get her picture. I will put it above Ardeth here. There she is. You know her. You did an odd job for her at one point, and she says, "Ah, Ardeth! Ah, good thing I caught you as you were leaving. Here, I have a gift for you."
Ardith stares at what he's handed.
Ardeth
He
is
looks down.
handed a
Is it?
small, handheld music box. This gnome is a tinkerer who enjoys making various sort of mechanical, musical things in this town. She's very well known for it. Her name is Fingillium Fenferin. And the music box has her store's signature on it, which is an FF. She said, "You really saved my bacon. Just don't let anyone tell you that that face of yours makes you a bad person."
Oh, why, thank you.
Yeah, see you around. I'm busy. Still got that rush order to do. If you had something else to say, you can.
No.
Yeah? Alright. So, Fingillium heads right off. And you are free to make your way to the town. And, I think next we'll do, Ink and Titania. If you are both ready.
Baba Booey.
Alrighty. Alright. So, we're at the docks, so I will change the music dynamically. Well, it's not really music, but you know what I mean. Da, 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 da.
Maybe the music was in our heads all along. Maybe it was the friends we made along the way.
All I'm hearing are birds, so if that's the music.
Nope, this is the music.
Speaking of strange noises in my head,
It's dock noises. Alright, there we are. The Tipsy Tour 6. Soon to be the Tipsy Tour 7. is about to go on its next voyage down the Janira River. Helmed by Captain Salik, aka Junira Salik, aka Papa Salik if you're feeling nasty. The departure, like the people there, are ready to get out onto the river and party and do a lot of things that are not legal in La Masara, which is exactly why these pleasure barges exist. They go out into the water, disappear for a while, and come back with new names and new paint jobs. And even though everyone knows what's going on, the government doesn't really bother with it. However, as Papa Salik says, alright, the Tipsy Tour's maiden voyage begins, as he's about to, like, pull the ropes up and get you guys going. You're stopped by a messenger. He says, excuse me. I have a message for Miss Ink and Miss Titania. And, everyone on the deck of the ship gives her kind of a sour look. And she kind of, like, hurries aboard. And the captain says, they're below decks. You'll find them near the end of the second deck. She says, thank you. She hurries down. The lower floor of this ship is richly decorated, with colorful silk curtains dividing the various vices taking place on board the Tipsy Tour. The smell of hookah, alcohol, and other chemicals hangs in the air, as the guests on board have clearly been pre-gaming for their cruise experience. Finally, at one nook near the back of the ship, Ink's loyal bodyguard is at attention in front of the closed curtain where her charge presumably awaits her next client. And, this messenger who sticks out like a sore thumb in a place like this, sees the pixie with the hammer that is easily the size of her body. And she says, you're Miss Tanya, right?
That would be me.
Okay. I have a message for you and Miss Ink. Is she there?
He takes the back end of the hammer and wraps the little, like, whatever wooden structure is closest. You busy, Ink?
Next person, or
No idea.
I have a message for you.
I have a message. Could be a threat. You want me to rough him up?
Hold on. Let me. They just come out in some. They come out wrapped in a blanket. Hello? Can I help you?
Yeah, she's not looking directly at you as she hands a message in a tight scroll.
Didn't think there'd be modesty on the ship, but they take the scroll.
Alright. Both of your scrolls contain the same message from the same dude, saying that they know you as a, you know, kind of people who get things done, do adventuring every once in a while, and he needs your help for something strange going on.
Payment comes with this, right? Like, better than what we're getting here?
Yeah, I think so. Mr. Tahar is pretty well-to-do. He has a manor and everything. I'm sure you could talk something out with him.
Have you ever been on the barge, Ink? Do you know?
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I didn't quite hear you.
Have you ever been on the barge, Ink?
Kinda, yeah. At least for now.
No. Has this dude ever been on the barge?
Oh.
Would I know him if I saw him?
Oh, sorry, I didn't. Has this person?
Tahara's never been on the barge.
Okay, so he's one of those. All right.
Okay. So you
Where?
want to do this, or because I honestly don't know where they got adventure unless they really stretched their definition of what kind of adventures I go on.
Look, nobody ever really starts anything over here. I am bored to absolute tears. I would love to go somewhere where I could smash some heads. Where are we going? Where can I smash some heads? Asking the.
She provides an address.
Can I? All right, let me get dressed then.
I mean, if you gotta.
All right.
Think of the
And,
impression you'd make, though.
Hmm?
I said, yeah, but I mean, if you gotta get dressed, but think of the impression you'd make.
Put a pin on it. Let me just get my clothes. I'm sure I can find something as they get dressed in the back. Probably under one of those, you know, those kind of silk silhouette kind of things.
oh yeah. You got the lamp in the back so people can see the silhouette, so it looks all sexy and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard.
Go ahead.
I'm guessing if I don't accept this, you will kind of make it my problem, huh?
No, I'll just go on my own. Like I said, nothing ever happens here. Hey, can I poke? I poke the messenger.
Yeah.
He knows he got to pay for this time, right?
I probably. I got more deliveries to make. Can I go?
You can head off, cutie. Do you need him, Titania?
I like walk really, really like just straight up to this messenger, coming like probably right to their waist, and then kind of like gaze up in their eyes for a moment and give them sort of like the stink eye. Yeah, you can go.
Thanks. She hurries off.
As they finally get dressed, and that they usually wear a black outfit with some sensible shoes. All right, let's go do this. I guess we'll catch the next barge.
You know, this better be worth the pay for this trip.
I'm much doing this to alleviate my dear bodyguard's boredom.
No, you know, gold always alleviates a whole lot of boredom. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but easy gold. I guess they're walking off the ship.
Yeah, you're getting to the top deck, and as you're leaving the ship, Captain Salik looks at you and says, "Hey, wait, where are you going?"
Slight emergency. Don't worry, I'll be back to do that, you know, that thing for the next one.
For the next one?
Maybe.
You hear, from everyone in the crew, basically, you hear just like an, "Oh! Ink's not she's not going on this, damn it!" Everyone seems very disappointed. But, Captain Salik...
Sailors, please. I must be off, but please. I will be back, and I promise you... a surprise.
Captain Salik...
And you know how good I am at surprises.
Nods and waves you off.
No one else says, "Aw," when I don't go. Anyway, she flitters off the boat, lands.
Yeah.
I mean... You know what? I'm not going to say anything. Let's just go.
Everybody... Let's... Okay, yeah, you're gone. And that's all that I had planned for that. And now, it's finally Saga's turn.
Yes, indeedy.
Alright. Saga, you are being a tourist in this place. if I remember correctly, there's another city in Thuvia that's very, like, academical. I imagine you've been there for the most part, but you've come down to Lamasara to relax. Taking in the touristy aspects of the town, going to shows, seeing street artists, and walking through fascinating displays at Lamasara's many performance centers. Because there are so many performers here at Lamasara, just the way that you are makes people think that you are one of them. So you have had some strange questions about, like, oh, hey, when's your next performance? And things like that. Partly to do with, like, oh, you dress quite flashy. And the other part being that you are a telephone pole of an elf standing at 6'4". So people just, they make assumptions. But,
Okay. Alright. Is there someone currently interacting then?
not really. This is sort of the general vibe that you've gotten. Does Saga, you know, while doing all this stuff, pick up any souvenirs?
Anything particularly as far as rare books, any scrolls, anything that could possibly be a new spell to learn, or, you know, anything that could be knowledge that has not already been attained. Saga is just very interested in learning more about the world and learning more about things, and occasionally has this sort of like, I'm better than you because I know things attitude, but will not pass up the opportunity to learn something. So again, like, I know more than you, but also if you know a thing that I don't, then I will respect you, but then I'm kind of back to being like, okay, I'm great.
Storytelling is a big part of Lamasara. And you do find a lot of script copy for sale, some cool books that have been written by people, fiction and nonfiction. Things like that you found lying around that you could definitely pick up for probably no more than a few coppers in general. And as you're doing your rounds, you are also approached by the same messenger who says, are you Miss Saga?
A little bit hesitantly, she sort of eyes the messenger before deciding to, okay, you know, like, if need be, I think I can take them. Yes, I am Saga. Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, I have a message here for you from Mr. Tahar. Hands you a scroll.
I take the scroll and I read it.
Alright. It seems to be, yeah, same kind of deal. Someone wants your help investigating something strange going on.
Okay, then I ask the messenger.
Okay, and if I were to help you out with this, because I can see why you would want my help, what would be in it for me? Is there any sort of novel experience that would be worth my while?
Mr. Tahar is... I mean, he knows a lot of people. He's like a patron of the arts, kind of. He sells cool clothes. That's about all that I know about him.
Would there be anyone that he knows that maybe would be able to teach me more about the
Folklore or ancient history about this, and then she just pauses and goes, wait, did you say clothing?
Yeah, he owns like 2 big textile mills in town.
Okay, you have piqued my interest. I'm listening. Because Saga, as you can tell, likes to dress very flashy, likes to experience the different customs, and just likes the finest qualities of, you know, clothing and silks.
I mean, I'm just a messenger. You'd probably have to talk to him directly for more info.
Okay, well then, take me to meet him.
Oh, yeah, here. She tells you the address. She says, yeah, I do have more rounds to do today. I'm just a messenger, but, thank you so much for being normal. And I'll, bye.
Oh, they're gone already? Okay, well, that's a first. Just sort of watches the messenger walk off, like, kind of confused, but very intrigued, and okay, yeah, sure, I'll go about my things, I'll finish perusing and go get some food, and then, yeah, sure, I'll go.
Alright, seems good. You make your way towards the district of the town that she told you to go to. And as you are crossing over a bridge, going over an irrigation ditch near the river, can you please roll your perception?
Poor thing. This will be a 20?
Yep.
19!
Okay. And it probably is higher than 19, because perception is a stat that should have a positive modifier to it somewhere. It won't be in the same place as your skills, it'll be elsewhere. But in any case, it's high enough that Saga, as you're crossing over the bridge, you see something blobby down in the irrigation ditch that quickly sort of slurps underneath the bridge. And you hear the sounds of things being shuffled around down there.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that was the end of... Okay, so... the noise and the shuffling has piqued my interest, and again, sort of that bit of a hesitation, but curiosity wins over, and Saga walks a little closer, step by step.
Okay. You peek underneath the irrigation ditch, under the bridge, and you see a very strange creature. It looks like this. It's just got... It's sort of humanoid shaped, covered in goo, with stuff stuck to it. And it's looking around under the bridge at just like sticks and rocks, and like picking one up and like sticking it to itself, and then apparently not being pleased with the choice and throwing it aside. It seems to be looking for something to attach to itself that it likes, and it doesn't seem to be finding it.
Saga looks over and is watching the sort of struggle, and kind of like moves out of the way to not be getting hit by anything, and then kind of just decides, yeah, I don't really know if this is worth my time. There's so many things I still have to look at and do, and I don't really think there's anything to be learned from this experience. It doesn't really have to do with me. Someone else will, kind of come by.
If you want to try to identify it, you can roll occultism or arcana.
Okay, occultism and arcana are both have like a +9 skill, so I guess I'll just do arcana since that's more of like my main thing.
Sure. Oh, you put the slash in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Also, you can... And that was a D10.
It's okay, I almost put the slash on the other side. Well...
Well, that was also a D10. But we need a D20.
Oh, I did the... Oh, I thought you were saying I had to do a D...
No.
I didn't realize I put 10 instead of 20. My bad. That was a typo.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, I think your +9 would tell you. So in places like this, where there's a lot of magic, there's a lot of alchemy, there's a lot of just sort of stuff being thrown willy-nilly down into drains and stuff. Sometimes things mix together and create unintended life. You think that this creature is something known as a scrapborn. And basically, their favorite thing in the world is to dress up, attach things to themselves, and sometimes they'll do such a good job that they can actually look like a person if they, just put a whole suit of armor on their own bodies. If you ever wanted to make friends with one of these things, probably the best thing to do would be to give them something that they would like on themselves.
Just to reiterate, something that I like is somewhere on Mr. Gooey.
Yeah, just, their favorite things are usually, like, metal or wood.
It seems that something has piqued Saga's interest, and so she kind of just, get kind of eyeing, kind of walking over, and then decides to, put on that general air of, politeness, very, noble upbringing. Just, it seems that there is something you are having difficulty with. Is there something perhaps that I could assist you with?
It looks at the various jewelry that you have and says, shiny. Give.
Saga kind of recoils, jumps back, and is like, oh no. These are very, very precious gifts from my family and my travels. And, it's sort of just kind of rambling on, realizing that, oh, you're not really listening to me. And there's anything else?
You can kind of tell that it's not happy with its current situation. It is stuck where it is because it is usually, as you know, an aquatic creature. It hides itself by swimming through the water, and the ditch is currently quite shallow.
If there's any other water nearby somewhere where it would be potentially easy to, sort of like magically transport or like carry it with some sort of telekinetic.
Yeah, you could probably, if you maybe put it in something like a bundle of trash, you could just sort of take it to the riverside and let it jump in.
Okay, so Saga attempts to, kind of, okay, I will help to relocate you. You seem to be in some sort of distress.
Okay. With a bit of ingenuity, which is no problem for someone of your intellect, you basically find, I don't know, large bucket, wheelbarrow, something like that for it to jump into. It climbs in, sort of schlorps into a form that just sort of hides the slime, makes it just look like a pile of stuff. And you were able to cart it over to the riverside. And, gosh darn it, you did your good deed for today. As the as the gooey creature sloughs itself off into the water and disappears from view. You think you might have learned something. You at least ran into a very strange thing.
Yes, and it has piqued the interest. You're like, I don't believe I've seen this creature before. I guess I'll have to ask any of the locals or look into some of the texts. This was a most unusual experience.
Yeah, and with that, you're free to make your way back. Which means that y'all are gathering. Let's get the birds back, shall we? Birds.
Birds
There it
are
is.
real.
There's the birds. All right. Now we can get into the meat of it. Let's see. The journey takes you guys just outside of Lamassar to the south of the city, in an area of beautiful verdant land that borders the Genera River. Farmlands and groves of dates stand on either side of the road. Tahara's house looks like a simple, whitewashed stone structure on a low rise overlooking the Genera. Very scenic. As you arrive, let's see here. You hear the soft burbling of a marble fountain that fills the courtyard of this beautifully crafted mansion. The green lawn is perfectly manicured, and 2 palm trees provide shade for the comfortable stone benches arranged around a small, circular table. Gold leaf decorates the walls and central dome of the mansion, and sunbeams dance about the area. I hate to say it, clean-shaven dwarf. There he is. Dressed in fine white robes accented with gold. Just pretend. Walks towards you and sets the tray he was carrying on the table. In addition to several glasses of water, there's a small bowl full of dates. He then bows briefly, pops a date into his mouth, eats it, and drinks from one of the glasses before turning to the group. A smile touches his eyes as he speaks. Greetings, my friends. Would you care for some refreshment? He gestures toward the tray.
I'd love some. Do you have anything that's either stronger than the water or less nasty than the dates?
Anyone could roll a society check.
Society.
Well, actually, if you're trained in society, you do it automatically. I believe one of you is.
I am.
You are aware, down here in Lamassara, the offer of dates and drinks, as well as the consuming of a sample of each first, is a small ceremony often used to show the host has no ill intentions toward their guests. Refusing to respond in kind by eating and drinking is a minor insult.
I'll just give a quick whisper to Titania. Just some of that information, whether or not she acts on it.
Like Titania says, like when you're whispering in someone's ear and hope that they whisper back or something like that, she fully verbalizes, well then shouldn't be offering crap.
Sorry. She's rough around the edges. She means well.
You can try to smooth it over with a diplomacy check if you would like.
Cool. Let's see. I have a +10 to diplomacy. 1d20 +10.
Yep. Hello, Alderfell. Things are going quite nicely.
15.
15. Okay. You do your best. And hello, Gogglehead. Thank you very much for the follow. Goodness. Things popping off when you actually collab with other people.
Oh my god.
It's hard to tell if Tahar takes your attempt at smoothing things over to heart. In any case, he's being too polite to really show displeasure right now. What about the rest of you? Do you accept the food and drink?
So I'll accept the water. And then as Hanu's taking the water, he sees Ink's sheer dress and kind of is fascinated by it. So I walk over. I kind of hop over to Ink and just start like boring holes into the dress because he's never seen something like that before.
Okay.
Boring holes with your eyes or with something else?
With my eyes.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Just, I don't know how intense Titania takes, bodyguarding Ink seriously. So they see someone just immediately start to stare. They get kind of uncomfortable and start to scoot closer towards Titania in that way that says, that one thing I don't like is happening right now.
Monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I mean, in that case, then Titania, gets in between and stares back at the monkey.
Sorry, my fault. I never seen your why is your robe so see-through? And then I take my staff and I kind of lift up a bit of the robe to see what exactly is underneath.
Oh,
Yeah, at this point, Tatiana grabs him. Or reaches for him.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and I'll finish my water over here.
hold on, I need to see. Oh wait, no, wrong page.
Going full Son Goku on this one, eh? Old school Dragon Ball.
See, people were calling me rude.
Okay, what would I roll? What would be the equivalent of insight?
I believe it's just perception.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't have a sheet in front of me.
Be aware of your environment. Whenever you need to, based on your awareness, attempt a perception check.
Sense motive.
Oh, sense motive. Oh, right. If that's a thing. In this one?
Is it?
Should be. Is it
Um,
not?
I don't see a sense motive.
No, it's not. Oh, that was the old day. Yeah.
Diplomacy?
2E.
No. Ain't that a pickle?
Yeah, I think it is perception. Just sort of get the vibe of somebody.
Alright. We'll go with that. Weird. Society? No. I already said society. Okay, +7 to perception then.
All right.
19.
What are you trying to figure out?
Is Monkey Boy just genuinely just curious, or was that is this just genuine innocent curiosity? Was there anything more to it?
Is Hanu attempting to disguise his intentions right now?
Nope, pure curiosity.
Okay, you're able to. You get the feeling that he is just being curious, like a monkey bee.
Like monkey do be. All right. Inko said, just let him off with a strike, Titania.
A strike? You want me to hit the monkey?
No. Warning.
Hey, monkey. Wait, what's your name? I don't like calling you monkey. What's your name?
My name's Hanu.
Oh, hi, Hanu. If you do that again, I'm going to hit you really, really hard. Okay?
I don't like the like the look of that big hammer that you got there, small lady. But sure.
I'm a giant. Thank you.
Yeah, social etiquette. Not to mention, you're kind of handling merchandise.
Sure. Whatever that means. I'll back off.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
All right, that's moved over. Ardeth and Saga. While that's happening, do you take the the food and drink from Tahar?
Ardith kind of just looks at it back to the car and just stays silent, but makes no move to reach.
Saga, out of politeness, accepts it. Again, is very cautious, but kind of has this like, well, yeah, I think I'll be all right, and sort of, taste tests a little bit of it, but sort of is subtly checking to make sure.
All right, it tastes
I think this is out the
delicious.
rich people if we don't need it. Oh, sorry.
Freshly picked, very tasty, very sweet.
The sweet taste definitely has Saga's interest.
Yeah. And as you guys get settled down, Tahar will continue. Says, thank you for accepting my invitation. I'm sure you're full of questions. When news that some skilled adventurers in Lamasara were about reached my ears, I knew Desna's luck and Shellen's blessings were on my side. For I have a concern I think you could help me with. First, though, allow me to introduce myself. I am Tahar Khalud, and this is my home. Please tell me something of yourself so we can become comfortable.
My name is Hanu, and I'm not really full of questions, but I'm certainly full of food. This stuff is great.
I'm Tikana. I'm giant, and I don't like the food, but that's not against you. It's just, I don't know, real snacks next time. And then she gives like a little thumbs up.
Ink just pinches their nose. Okay. Again, I apologize. My name, as you already know, is Ink, and I'm still confused why I'm here. But did I cut out again?
No.
Okay. Yeah. They're also mildly eating some of the food just to be polite.
Yeah. All right. Saga and Ardith, how do you introduce yourselves? I'm interested in this.
Okay, I was waiting to save Saga's for last because she is going to be a chronic yapper.
I see.
Yeah, that's fair. Ardith keeps his eyes pointed at, and he's like, "The name's Ardith. I do odd jobs. I'm assuming that you invited me here, so how about we get to it, and you tell me what the job is and how much."
Good answer.
As soon as everyone else has said their piece, Saga's like, distracted with trying to figure out what is in this. How was this made? I love the sweets. This is so yummy. And then upon being asked if she has questions, kind of just goes into a barrage of asking again, like, okay, what are we doing? Where are we going? What's going to be going on? Is there something I can learn from this? What are the people? I was told something about the textiles, and just kind of does not get the point of just shut up a little. It's just I have so many things I want to learn about this. This is so, oh my god, also, what is this made of?
He asked you for an introduction, but I feel like this is in character.
Yeah, and then, oh, by the way, I'm sorry. My name is Saga. I'm assuming that you've brought me over because you just, needed someone who knows a lot about things, and I know a lot of things, and I know a lot about them. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and just, again, sort of rambles for a little bit, and then is like, kind of seeing that everyone is just, yeah, maybe I should wrap this up and sort of, politely like, and that's just what you'd need to know. Anything else, you can surely ask me about it another time.
Huh. I hate to steer the direction of the conversation from that, but when you sent out that note, you were only asking for Titania, right? Because maybe you're not aware of what I do, but is that an actual thing you needed from me?
Oh, I'd heard that you adventured up and down the Janira River many times.
Mm-hmm. You could call that an adventure in a certain way. Pardon, I'm trying to be a little kinder about saying it, but I know, Titania, you've done some adventuring, right?
I've beaten some people up and taken their money, yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay. I have been up and down the river, but that was more so on a certain barge. They're trying to just drop very firm hints.
Yeah, he does. He knows enough about the area to. He just sort of nods as you say that, and he says, "Oh,
Yeah.
my apologies. If you,
Okay,
Oh, so the see-through lady is a pirate?
I wouldn't want you to put you in. I wouldn't want to put you in any potential danger. If that's
Well,
not the thing that you're equipped for.
right now I'd rather stick close to my bodyguard, so I guess you just got me as part of a package deal.
Oh well.
Tatiana turns to Hanu and goes, "No, see, a pirate takes booty, and she offers. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
So she likes to give away treasure?
Oh, well, booty.
Oh.
You're a really nice pirate.
Okay. You
Very
don't get around much. Hanu, was it?
That's right. And not, I haven't left the temple I have never left the temple before. This is actually my first time going on a journey.
Oh, you sweet summer child. Now they actually kind of feel bad. Okay.
All right.
Let me put it like this. I wear these things and do certain things to make people very happy. Let's go with that.
I can understand that. I mean, giving away treasure is bound to make people happy. It'd be nice to get a donation to the temple whenever you got a free time after this.
Temples tend to not. No, just leave it. Let's move on. Back to this thing.
Oh, it depends on the
Depends on
temple.
the temple, really.
There's a couple of gods that definitely would accept you as a member. But in any case, all right, Tahar, not really wanting to be a part of this conversation, is going to continue on with what he was inviting you guys for. He says, "Well, I myself am not skilled in such matters. I'm a lover of the arts. I feel my fortune is best spent bringing joy and love to Thuvia, and I know the arts can do that. I've dedicated the last 50 years of my life to earning money to support my family and the arts here in the city and beyond. Many artists and musicians have come to me over the years asking for patronage, and I'm pleased to say I rarely had to turn anyone away. You can imagine my excitement then when the famous poet Vals Beda came to me and spoke of a new undertaking that I could help support. I can assure you, I immediately agreed. The famous Vals. Can you imagine? He seems lost in thought for a moment before he continues.
I don't suppose we can get a roll on this person.
Yeah. You can roll society or performance.
Tatiana doesn't even try. She just goes, no, I really couldn't imagine. You're right about that.
Yep, I'll roll a society if allowed.
Mm-hmm.
And while that's going on, Hanu's just happily eating the dates.
Alright.
15.
15. That tells you that Vals is the name of a rather famous poet who has written several popular volumes of poetry. He's known particularly for his epic poetry about ancient Thuvia. And that is about it. He is not a scrub. He is a very well-known poet in the city. So
I think I've had a few clients mention him.
He does dirty limericks. I got you.
Tahar continues. Says, but now I fear he is in, there's some kind of trouble. Vals has not sent his regular update to me in 2 weeks, and just 2 days ago I received a very strange package. He claps his hands and a servant emerges from a nearby doorway carrying a basket. Tahar reaches into the basket with both hands and pulls out a gleaming metal object. Let me just find the object for you. There's the object.
Huh.
That's a head.
It sure looks like a head. He fiddles with a knob on the device, and it begins speaking. It says, when we were challenged by the land and beasts, we cultivated the land between shore and peaks. When pressed by enemies on all sides, we came together and fought back our oppressors. When we recognized our strength, we built our cities and strengthened our
Doesn't rhyme.
Tahar says,
Hanu's just
what do you make of this?
Hanu's just sitting there flabbergasted and amazed that this head is talking without a body.
So this was sent to you?
Yes, it was.
Anything else, like a note?
No notes. But I don't
Do you
really...
mind if I... Do you mind if I can get that head?
No, Tatiana actually snickers.
He gives you the head.
Cool.
Um,
I actually have something.
Oh, yeah?
I have something called Read Psychometric Resonance.
Interesting.
And I think this would actually work. With a touch, you can read psychic impressions left on objects by their previous owners.
Oh.
So, this explorative activity functions similar to detect magic, that you move half your travel speed or slower while looking for some inclinations. You must brush your hands over it. You must brush your hands over it. Any objects you pass while you do this. This detects objects with a significant emotional resonance attached to them. such as joy from a child's beloved or sorrow from a widow's wedding ring, or fear from a victim's murder weapon. If you're looking for a particular type of emotional resonance, you can choose to ignore other emotions.
Okay, so you're going to attempt the psychometric assessment.
Yes. Get a general feel on this thing.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Spend 1 minute concentrating on the object to get a vision. The face of the person who imbued the item with such emotion in the first place. Okay. Very cool. So, you...
Also, am I allowed to flavor abilities? Just for, pure flavor.
Flavor abilities?
I mean,
sure, yeah.
when
How do you describe it?
they just start to brush over the item, and for a moment, it looks like shadowy veins almost appear, just for like a second as they're just closing their eyes. Still, like, closed eyes staring at it.
Okay. You sense from this item a feeling of despair. And the face that you get... Let me just grab it here. Because I was not expecting to have to pull the face out today. You get the face of a person with some cool hair who wears overalls. Let's upload it. It's uploading.
Cool.
Uploading, please wait.
There it is.
Cool hair.
This is the person you see. Your mind's eye. They also have cool piercings.
I'm gonna guess no one I recognize.
No, no one you recognize, unfortunately.
Huh. Interesting. Any of you wanna get this head?
Yeah,
Oh, I'll take the head.
there's a few different checks that you can make with this head to try and figure some stuff out.
I guess pass it to Hanu since they're close.
We can... Let's see, what does Hanu know? Does Hanu know... Probably not Arcana. Crafting?
Yeah, not much of a bonus, just a +1, but yeah, I can do that.
I mean, you could try. Give her.
All right, let's see here. And then +1.
Forgive me for this.
You have no fucking clue.
All right, so then when I take the head, I just start poking at it, saying, "Hey, how are you talking without a body? Are you okay?"
It seems to have stopped. What about diplomacy or society?
Same, just a +1 for both of them.
What about intimidation?
+1 for intimidation.
What about performance?
+1 for performance.
All right. I don't think Han is going to pick up much from this head, unfortunately.
Okay. Tatiana just takes it real quick and gives it like a quick once over. She's going to use medicine to see if there's like any like blood or anything on it. Anything that might give some sort of idea of a crime. Kind of like, yeah, she's doing the whole detective thing.
Does Tatiana have intimidation?
Weirdly enough, she does not.
Okay. But you know what?
She intimidates by beating things up. Like She doesn't like do any kind of like special sort of like threatening or anything like that. She just is.
I'm gonna do the Baldur's Gate thing and be like, because you're a barbarian, you would pick up on this.
Okay.
Usually, ripping off something's head and delivering it to somebody.
Oh yeah,
is,
no.
There's an implied threat there, and
No. She gets that. Yeah, 100%. That's
and beyond that, though, you think that there's also something of like there's a taunt vibe to this, just being delivered anonymously. Dude has no idea why. Whoever sent it probably didn't give it much forethought.
gotcha. Do I see any like evidence, any physical evidence? Like, you know, maybe when they were ripping it off, they caused themselves some harm, or like it was used to hurt somebody or anything like that. I got a 24 in the medicine roll.
Strangely, no. And it would be very hard to rip one of the head off of whatever this thing is. Like, you can tell that it was pretty sturdily put on there. So whoever did this was probably very strong.
All right. Tatiana looks at the other two and spots the talker who just said, I would like the head, and goes, here you go, and like tosses it towards her.
Is that Saga?
Yeah.
Saga's interest is very much piqued by all of this, and it is quite a miracle that, you know, she's kind of been observing instead of yapping for once, but was, you know, kind of like, okay, this is, again, knowledge where, like, everyone is kind of perceptive about something that, you know, I might not have known about this, but is also like, I really, really want to, again, know more about it if there's anything that I can, you know, possibly...
Yeah, Arcana would be a good one.
Oh, please do not do me wrong.
What's your
Nine.
plus?
My Arcana has a +9.
+9? Perfect.
18.
Okay. You can determine that while the device isn't magical, it clearly has some components that were magically crafted. The housing, for instance, seems remarkably durable. Do you also have crafting?
Crafting is only +3.
Do you have diplomacy?
Diplomacy is +10.
Go ahead.
Nice.
I mean, I will.
Hey!
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so that's only a 30. I wonder if that's enough.
That is a critical success. Let's see. You know that there are numerous stories from Thuvia and elsewhere where sending a severed head signifies either a strong message or impending doom or a grave insult. So whoever did this wasn't afraid to be mean about it, I suppose.
I think Saga's more interested in, you know, like, this is very, okay, I wonder what the message was. I wonder everything again, like, just kind of snowballing, but also just kind of turning it over and over, like, you know, how did they make this? How did they, like, what goes into here? You know, what, like, metals did they, what kind of thing could have, like, you know, it's kind of, like, this close to just, like, trying to, like, tear it apart and, like, find out how, you know, how it was created and how it functioned.
Well, if anyone...
Hey.
Oh, go ahead.
Real quick, you said it's like a message, right? And I kind of picked that up too. But you seem to have a better understanding than I did. Can you tell if this was a message specifically to that guy? And points to the person who offered me dates. Like, is it a message to them, or is it a message for them? Basically, is this a threat, or is this a communication? Like,
What?
there's a difference between I've got your poet and I'm coming for you.
From what you've gathered so far, how would I put this? The thing is, Tahar has not seen his buddy talk about. Hang on. Actually, I think he did say that. Yeah, okay. The most recent communication that he did receive from Val's was that he was working with someone who was working in clockwork stuff. He's not entirely sure if this is... Well, I guess he figures this is clockwork. I mean, it's got a little key on it and everything. So that makes him wonder if something's going on with both of them. It does feel like kind of a... Well, the threateningness is certainly there. It could be very well an I've got your poet situation. It's definitely not a good sign, whatever it is.
Yeah. All right. So, do you know the name of the clockwork person they were working with?
No. He didn't tell me. He just sort of mentioned it offhandedly.
I guess we might find that at the poet's place. You're pointing to Ardith. You are. Okay, the pause is so you can tell me your name. You are. I'm still pointing at Ardith, waiting for.
Sorry, my mic was off. I didn't realize.
Okay.
Ardith looks and stares, and just goes, Ardith.
Cool. You want to play with the head?
Yeah. Yeah, pass it on over.
Yeah. Any crafting as a skill for anybody?
No.
I think you have a group of no crafters.
Yeah.
I just have the +1 to it, that's all.
Oh, I thought someone had crafting. Oh, well. Let's see. Ardith, what can you... Let's see. Diplomacy, no, we already got a nat 20 on the society. Or the diplomacy. I don't know if Ardith has intimidation or performance.
Yes. He has +7 on both.
Alright, give it a performance then.
Question. While they're doing that, can I ask this gentleman about the person the face I saw? If they might recognize that face if I describe it.
You describe the face, say that it's kind of a, person with a sick undercut, nose ring, overalls. Unfortunately, he has not heard of this person, but he can confirm that it's not Val's.
Alright.
Unless the clockwork.
Unless
person,
Val's is going through a phase.
Alright. I think they got their roll in.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is not quite enough, but let's see. You know at least enough to know that what the head said was definitely a poem of some sort. And considering that Val's is a poet, he's probably the one who put the poem in the head.
Ardith turns to Tahar with your last communication, do you know if your poet was
Poet was what?
writing anything?
I think he mentioned that he was working on a big new collaboration. I wonder if this has something to do with it.
This seems inspiration. Sort of.
You're cutting
Oh my
out a
God,
little bit.
He was making a Chuck E. Cheese.
Or.
Oh no. That's right. Welcome to my FNAF AU.
All right. Okay. So, rich guy, what's the pay for this?
Oh, any news of Alzi you can bring me and his whereabouts, I'll reward you, as a group with 80 gold pieces.
Just
Not a piece, just 80 to split.
Yes.
just to ask, on the barge, how much do we on average make, include just in general?
In general, you probably make a couple silvers per session. As far as the time versus money expenditure here, going to somebody's house to see if he's okay and making like 16 gold off of it is a pretty good deal.
That's not bad. All right.
All right.
All right.
Wait. One second. And she sort of gives a little thing. Hello. So, but we've all looked at this. We've looked at your evidence. We've heard your story, and we're already on the case. And we've already offered a lot of insight. So I think just like some walking around, 1 gold piece apiece would be nice, and then we'll go and check on your friend. What do you think?
Well, you were pretty impolite, but he is willing to give you 1 gold piece apiece.
There you go.
To walk around as a start. Especially
Fair enough.
because if you... Oh, hang on. If at least 1? Really? Oh, well. Okay, so it turns out that you guys didn't blow it because at least one of you participated in the drinks and dates ceremony. So he will actually give you the money now.
Oh, good.
All right. Didn't have to do anything.
He had a real low standard because I guess he just really wants to make sure that this dude is okay.
Guess
You know
it's
what,
a
I
good
respect
thing that
that.
I decided to stuff my face then.
I respect
Mhm.
that.
I ate a little, just a tiny bit. But I also wanted to ask I'm not familiar with like a lot of trades work, but does the town have any places that deal in this kind of mechanical stuff?
Yes, there's a few different clockwork shops.
I guess that's a good place as any to find clues on this ad.
Well, let's go to the guy's house, and then we'll go from there to that. Because I think that's, like, if the guy's gotten taken, I want to see if there's any, like, evidence of a body or anything like that. I want to make sure that the guy's okay. And I turn to Har, and using the hammer, just kind of, like, give him a little pat on the shoulder and go, "We're going to find your bro."
I certainly hope so. This is all very strange. I might be worrying for no reason, but it would do my heart a great deal of good if you could visit his home and just ensure that he's safe. I should tell you, he's a little bit out of the way. I'm not sure exactly where his address is, but he's about a day out of town by camel.
Oh, they're out of town.
All right, well, all right, yeah, sure. Cool. Got it.
All right.
I guess I'll take some water after all. She drinks some water.
Oh, for sure. He'll give you guys a full water skin each. He'll get his servants to do it, of course. And you guys can. First of all, you got to figure out where he lives exactly.
Yeah.
You will have to just sort of go around town and try to gather information with a diplomacy check.
Do that 1 second. Right before I go, though, Tatiana is going to pick up one of the dates and show it to Tahar. All right. I just want you to know. See this right here? It looks like a roach that all the legs have been pulled off of. So
Okay.
try something else next time, all right?
Okay. I'm just gonna gently put my hands on.
Gross.
We'll be going now. You have a lovely day.
We're going to find your bro.
If someone did
And I'm just
anything to
gonna-
him,
Oh,
wouldn't you mind if we pulled their legs off too?
Hey, I got you. I'm good at that.
I'm just gonna. I cannot push Titania to nowhere physically. I have nothing. I'm just like, let's go.
Titania
let's
is
go.
small,
Funny.
but Titania
That's
is.
the funny thing. She's like 3 feet tall.
Yeah, but she lifts that heavy thing. I think the hammer weighs more than ink.
I do appreciate that Titania has a large size maul. Because I can only think of Tinkaton now when I think of her.
I love that. I love that.
That's also the first thing that popped in my head as well.
This breakout Pokemon of that generation.
All right, so who knows how to talk to people?
That and Quagsire. But yes. Or Clodsire, I should say. All right. Yeah. Anybody can do this. You can feel free to split off and make your own rolls independently. Anyone with a diplomacy roll, give her. And we'll see how long it takes for you to find his address.
I will be right back while that's happening because Tatiana, has no diplomacy whatsoever.
That is
I
fine.
have a +10, so I guess I'll just.
Yeah.
I have a 10 too.
Let's do this thing.
Oh!
Oh, okay. Let's just.
That was random, but I'll take it.
All right. So, if it were
Saga thinks she knows something and is immediately outclassed.
if it were up to Saga, it would have taken you 8 hours to find it. But because
Even better, if they split off individually, I'd like to picture Saga taking 8 hours to figure this out, finally coming back guys, I got it. I think I might have started, I might have gotten a lead on it, and everyone else is like, no, we got back. We already know.
I would have
been
8 hours.
I would have been like, I found that out within 15 minutes.
So you're telling me I was gone for 3 hours and nobody thought to call me back, despite the fact that nobody had any way to find me?
Hanu, being a social butterfly, apparently, has managed to find the information in 1 hour with his critical
Did
success.
we at least hold on? Did we at least agree on a place we'd reconvene, or do we just all split off?
I imagine you've decided on a place to reconvene.
Is there a fountain or a city square?
Oh yeah,
camel
for sure.
place, wherever it is you pick up. I guess we're going to use camels.
Yeah. The camel store. You head over there.
The camel store. Oh yeah,
And
I love the camel store.
Also,
Hanu gets-
I'm sorry. I have to ask this ahead of time for Saga. At some point, I guess as we reconvene and we have a moment, they're just gonna look at you and go, "Have I seen you before? Or have I seen those kind of outfits before?"
Well, I picked them up on my travels recently. I'm not sure if maybe you've seen them, from another nation. I've been through a great many places in search of more knowledge. I've been taking a break from my studies and tutorship.
I think I might have saw outfits like that on the barge. Yeah, some of those guys like the exotic look.
Like, so having knowledge of things is also kind of oblivious because, like, picture for me, if you will, Freyrin. Sokka was created before Freyrin, but it's very Freyrin coded, so it's just like, okay, yeah, the barge. I know, I never really traveled with ships and stuff, but if some people like the look, these textiles are pretty nice. I got this fabric from, right? It's just kind of like going off about the outfit until finally shutting up about where everything's from.
Huh.
Did we get to keep the head, by the way?
Yeah, you keep the head.
Okay, cool.
The head is coming with you.
It's
That's amazing. It's so hard to get ahead in this world. Anyway, go ahead.
Just inner thoughts. She's cute, but the yap. The pure yap.
Saga's not used to having friends, is just, very used to like the scholarly types of like everyone just sitting and writing these like very long essays. So not great. Is either dead silent or talks way too much.
I feel we have two like sweet beans in here. Ink is like, oh sweet summer baby childs.
Like would be actively getting hit on and just being like, oh, okay, yes, intriguing. And kind of fly over her head.
All right, there is there's a camel stable, right?
Yeah. I'm not going to bother with the price of camels because I don't want to look it up. All that matters is that you get some camels and you're able to get on your way once Saga gets back finally.
So I make my way over to Saga and I just let her I let her know that next if she needs help next time to talk to people, that I can go with her.
Saga again, partly like kind of confused as to why I would need help, but at the same time, if I can have somebody else, kind of like do all the like talking and like socializing while I'm just, doing my own thing, probably just like reading in the corners, like thinking to herself, you know what, this could be a smart deal. But, again, also seems like a very sweet person. So like, how do I treat this like golden retriever energy? Just like, oh, that would be most welcomed. Thank you so much for your help. If there's anything I can do in turn, please let me know. Because she's also very, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Does not like to leave a favor, unreturned.
Oh, there's really nothing special you need to do. I just like being your friend, pretty lady.
Sure. Kind of like, okay, or friends is kind of quick to, make an assumption, but again, doesn't seem like ill intention, so not going to say anything out loud. Sure. I could always use another comrade, and kind of tries to, skirt around it very politely.
Who knows how to ride a camel?
You don't know how to ride a camel?
I don't generally ride camels, no.
Is that why you have us walk everywhere?
I mean, like, I flutter, but whatever.
Well, you flutter, I walk.
I told you I'd carry you if you wanted me to.
Yeah, but it kind of is in public. Kind of looks weird.
Yes.
All right. I have to ask, do I know how to ride a camel?
Thankfully, Pathfinder does not have a ride skill in 2nd edition. And the only time you need a feat or anything to know how to ride around is if you're in combat. everyone, I guess, is assumed to be able to know how to ride reasonably well, as long as there's nothing seriously in the way, like
Well,
any major obstacles or something.
how about we share a camel?
Yeah, sure.
Hanu tries to share a camel with Saga. He's taking a liking to her.
Saga's like very politely trying to decline, like, I need my own space. I need to, like, I don't want to, probably gets like puppy eyed into it or something and is like,
Is it-
sure.
Is
I don't
it?
Banara are fairly
Is it com-
short. How tall is Hanu?
About average size for that. So, hang on. I never really worked.
6'3".
Yes.
I never really worked out the height wise, but I'm medium size on my chart. So I would say maybe around 4.5 feet.
Maybe it was
Just-
a back.
Just to ask, is it obvious Saga's a little tiny bit uncomfortable with personal contact? Or is
I'd
Saga
say
trying to
decently
hide it?
obvious for those who are more socially perceptive. Otherwise, like, it kind of comes off as politeness, maybe a little awkward. But to those who know better, is like, oh, okay, like, decently uncomfortable, but playing it off nicely.
Okay. Hey Hanu,
Yeah.
I would say you have pretty decent eyes, right?
Yeah. I guess.
Because I actually have an important job for you.
Oh.
We're gonna need you to be at the head of us and keep an eye out for any dangers before they get too close to us in the desert. So you might need to take a camel on your own to be ahead of us.
Oh, sure. I can do that.
Their way of just getting it so that Saga can have their own camel for now. 'Cause
All right.
Here's the thing. Ink is very conscious about people who touch them without permission.
And Saga just
So
kind of looks over, like, not saying anything, but very much like, thank you. Her expression.
And I think there's no question that Ardeth is going to just have his own camel.
Yes, artist will have his own camel. He'll watch flank behind. They travel.
Sounds good. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, it just now occurred to me. I'm assuming these are then one hump camels, and not two.
I guess.
Yeah, they should be. They would be one hump because I think the two hump are in more Arctic climes, unless I'm mistaken.
Y'all know
Uh,
camel.
I feel like I saw a video on this a while ago, but I don't remember anything.
Have you ever heard of the legend of the no hump camel?
Yeah, the two humps are the ones in they're Mongolian camels. So they're around in the steppes of Central Asia. So,
yeah, you're not very close to that equivalent in Pathfinder. So I suppose it's a one-humped camel. Or maybe there are
Awesome.
3-humped camels. I don't know.
it is. Yeah, it's totally.
The South
So-
American camel has no humps.
Sounds like a llama to me.
The Total Recall camel has 3 humps. I know that.
All right.
No one's gonna get that reference. No one's gonna get that reference. Oh my
Uh,
god.
I got it. I've seen Total Recall, only the original. I've never seen the remake.
I
I never saw the remake either.
I only saw bits of the original, where Arnold Schwarzenegger's eyes go all huge when he's out in the Martian atmosphere,
Martian
and
atmosphere.
also when he pulls the thing out of his nose.
Yep. Good times.
The rest of the movie I don't remember.
I
The first few miles west of Lamassara are green, lush, and covered with crops. The farmland ends abruptly, however, and soon after the land becomes rocky and dry. A few scattered palm trees grow in patches to either side of the road. I should change the sound, because there's no birds anymore. There's sand.
What's the
Yes.
sound sand makes?
This is the
Hey,
sound
it's-
of
it's-
sand.
Similar. It's tweeting, but from the ground.
Winds of.
There might
Yay!
A road runner or something, but
Just ink going, yay, wilderness. I love it.
alright. A few scattered palm trees grow in patches to either side of the road leading west, a sign that water exists but is far less abundant. Over the course of several more miles, the road winds through low, hard-packed hills. To the north and south stretches a long expanse of sand. The occasional house is visible from the ground, usually tucked behind a hill or dug into the ground. After a few hours, the road forks at a place where the rocky terrain prevents too much sand from blowing onto the path. Thankfully, you know which direction you should go. Unfortunately, you run into a bit of trouble.
Do we see it coming, or?
Yeah. I will... yeah, it'll pop off at the same time for each of you. You don't really get ambushed by this, because these guys aren't particularly stealthy, and Hanu is on the lookout for you guys.
Yep.
Huzzah!
So Hanu's on the front. You guys can arrange yourselves as you like behind Hanu.
Right there.
Uh,
By the way, I wanted to mention
oh.
I have a traveler's cloak, so I'm
do I
okay
know?
in this heat.
Oh yeah.
How did you?
There's no
How
talk
did you get
about
the map so
weather.
perfect?
The map? Oh, I should say something about that. This map is courtesy of a very kind person. Where's the friggin' Birdie Maps?
Thank you, Birdie.
Yeah.
Really cool looking map.
Yeah, Birdie
appreciate
Maps seems to be like a very prolific map maker with their own Patreon that's doing fairly well, but could always do better, so you want to subscribe to them and get some cool exclusive maps. By all means, do it. And I literally messaged them on Reddit, and they got back to me super fast and said, yeah, you can use my maps. And I was like, oh shit, hell yeah. So now I'm shouting them out because they're cool.
I always appreciate a map that fits perfectly on the Roll20 grid.
Yeah, I made sure to fit it on nicely, to have it align.
But it's so sad that birdie maps don't exist.
Are we keeping in mind toward people with thinking ability and people without
Thinking ability?
thinking ability, like the more physical ones of us?
Think. So who are the marshals? In other words?
Yeah, basically. Because I feel like right now we're sort of in an unorganized cluster.
I know.
I do
I
see
think-
that
hold on.
Saga has put herself in the front lines.
Oh, that's the front.
Yep.
I was trying.
Yeah.
Oh, it's supposed to be towards the
Bandits
back.
are right there.
As you can
Yeah,
see,
you see the bandits?
the
Yeah.
gentlemen there are...
Yeah. No,
That's
would
exactly
absolutely
what
be
I was
towards the
talking
back.
about. So I
I
didn't
would-
want to assume that you weren't actually I'm what are you talking about? I'm the greatest warrior who ever lived. I did not know, but it looked like a character who might not be was standing up front.
Oh,
So we do-
I thought that was towards the back. My bad.
All right. Just to ask, we do see them. We do see them there.
Yep.
I'm just gonna talk to Tanya. Highwaymen. I guess highwaymen. do you want me to see if we can slip out of this, or would you rather just go? You know, you did say you wanted to crack some heads.
Well, I do want to crack some heads. I don't necessarily want to put my our little crew at risk, but I kind of want to see what our little crew can do, to be honest, because I need to
Is Ink-
know.
Is
like
Ink
how-
still wearing the sheer dress? Or the sheer robes?
Who, me? They would have probably, if it's in the desert, probably thrown up a more appropriate clothes for desert travel.
Okay.
So they're just all right.
All right, so you guys, once they see that the jig is up, they jump from behind their cover. They say, "You! We're the Water Lords. Hand over your shit."
This doesn't sound
Wait.
good.
Wait. You're the Water Lords, but you want to shit? So you're the Shit Lords, right?
Kick their asses! All right, guys. It's time.
Hey, see-through lady, you might want to step back. It might be a bit embarrassing if you are caught naked fighting. They might laugh at you.
Okay, I just gotta ask this. They're gonna be confused because Saga's wearing something a little similar. So they're like, wait, what? And then Titania gets off their quip.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't have like full-on character sheets, so we're just gonna roll, and then you're gonna put it in on the turn order.
You can actually put it in yourself if you want to, on the turn order.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That would be easier for me.
Oh, yeah.
So initiative is your perception, unless you are actively hiding, in which case it is your stealth.
All right, so I have a plus
So
7.
the D20 plus the perception.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry, we said it was stealth versus what was the other one?
Perception is the normal initiative.
Yeah, stealth is usually when you're like setting up an ambush or something like that.
Okay, no, I just didn't hear the first one I saw. Okay.
Oh, you've got an ambush.
Oh, one of these guys
Whoa.
blew it.
Oh, okay. For a second there, I was like, who has a 31 initiative? 40-20. Oh my god. I want that feat.
Why do I not see performance? Hang on a second.
Performance.
Or perception, I mean. I'm not seeing perception for
It's not in
whatever
the
reason.
skills, it's in a different part of the sheet.
Yeah, if you look, it's right, like right underneath hero points. You got your class DC, and then you got your perception, and then your initiative.
Why is
Mhm.
this?
Oh, is that
Why-
the 6 right underneath where it says prof? I don't think that's it.
No. Okay, so you're looking at your little character sheet, and you see the place that's got your AC and your hit points. Little box that's got AC and hit points.
Yeah.
Okay. Underneath that, it says hero points, and it's got a couple of little dots there. And then underneath that, you will see your class DC and your perception.
Oh, I see it. For some reason, it's under the offense tab. So, well, I guess that makes sense now that I think about it.
So, I just realized they have underneath perception has a +0 initiative.
That's because you can use different skills depending on what you do for initiative.
Yeah,
so,
and
it's
also
not like D&D.
some things will give you a bonus to your perception specifically for initiative rolls, but not for other uses of perception. You know?
Yeah.
All right, looks like everybody's is down. I guess we can get some pumping music going. Let's see here. What did I pick for that? This one? I think I have literally a bandit fight music.
Oh, by the way, Titiana roared after she said, like, as she was saying the shitlord thing, she went ha and like jumped off the camel and is in a rage.
Oh, okay.
As
Awesome.
you get to rage when you roll initiative.
I guess we're fighting.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the fight that I wanted.
Ah, here we go. And fade out, fade in. Alright, we don't need all the sound effects.
Who is it? One of these, two of those. Oh, cool. We beat them.
We won. That was much easier than I thought.
No, we win on the initiative. Except for Hanu. Hanu, what's your... Oh, I see.
Oh my god.
I see what happened. Okay,
Stop it.
go to 3.
Just the music, please. Thank you. Okay. Alright. Alphabetical, descending. First up is Saga. Ready to learn how to fight?
Oh boy, let's go.
Tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you how to do it.
Okay, okay, let me double check what this one does. Okay, so the cantrips, then, again, you don't have to propel, you can kind of just... Sorry, prepare, you can kind of just go.
Yep.
How far away does this one go? Range 30 feet, is that too short?
Every square in Pathfinder is 5 feet. Unless you do diagonal, in which case every 2 squares is 15 feet.
Okay, so with a range of 30, it would kind of just barely hit that one in the middle?
It would hit... Yep, it would hit that guy.
Okay, so it could hit the one up front. Okay, the range of 30 then would hit the top 2, I believe?
Yep.
Because torturous trauma can batter a creature's internal organs.
Yeah, that's right. Torturous trauma.
Just found out about that one. So, it's like, I just learned this spell. Maybe we should, try it. It's kind of like her thought process. Like, what's the worst that could happen? It can't be as strong as they say that it'll be, right?
I heard Pathfinder has some intense spells.
Yeah, it has some fun ones.
I think I have about 2 of those. There's 2 of these where it's like, I'm just going to strip your flesh and leave you into a pile of bones. Half my skills are healing, the other half are, it'd be nice if I just battered your internal organs.
Hasty bones.
It's the I'm a healer, but...
Oh, hello, bro. Welcome back to the chat. Anyway. Yeah, okay, so... Torturous trauma, what is...
So I think that was basic fortitude.
Basic fortitude, you're right.
Bludgeoning damage equal to 2d.
Torturous trauma. Once it hits, you inflict psychic damage upon him, making him remember the time he walked in on his mother showering.
Oh,
I remember when I saw Grandma and Grandpa.
I can't do...
Alright.
No.
He rolls a 17.
That found home with me.
What is your spell DC? Better question, do you know what a spell DC is?
I'm not sure where to find it because all I see is on here is the class DC.
Fist of the Brostar. Was that an Eldar reference from Dawn of War? That sounds familiar to me.
Let me pop it open because I don't exactly remember where it is either.
For the greater good.
Okay, so you go over to spells, the spells tab, and right at the top should be DC 20 or DC whatever, attack plus whatever.
DC 20 attack plus 10.
Okay, that means he failed his save.
Without having to do anything just already.
So you just start punching his organs with magic.
And then we do the... Okay, this isn't the heightened. It's the regular one. I'm assuming we have to do some sort of... Target takes bludgeoning damage equal to 2d4 plus your spellcasting modifier with a basic fortitude save. If it crit fail... Okay, no. So 2d4 plus spellcasting modifier.
Yeah, so your charisma modifier, which I believe is
Okay,
4.
Charisma's plus 4. Yeah.
Yep.
It would be 2d4 plus 4, correct?
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay. Not much.
Oh,
You miss the kidneys. However, it is some damage. He definitely felt it. Was it the top guy or the middle guy?
Probably then for the one that's closest, because it's like direct line of sight for Saga, and just being, you know what?
I was kind of doubtful of the spell, but it seems like it did something, right? For a first try, not bad. But like, okay, I could do some serious damage with this if I wanted to, right? It's not that she failed, it's like, it was just a first time. It's not that strong. I wasn't
First time
concentrated
casting a spell,
enough.
it's fine. Yep, you definitely see him just being like, looks like he's like getting beat up by an invisible force. He's like, spits out a bit of blood, and he's like, then he just looks mad. Ardith, you're up.
Yeah, Nun Piece takes me back. Man, I missed that. I missed that video. Those videos.
Ardith using stealth, which is
Okay. You used stealth for your initiative?
it's the same.
I see, okay. Yeah, if you were... I'll say that you were, just on the road, you were actively trying to stay out of people's sight. Which means that on this first round, since none of these guys went before you, they are currently flat-footed to you. Off guard is the new name of it. Which means that any attack that you make on them right now is going to be a sneak attack.
Okay. So
Q-Saka yelling, "Sneak attack!"
okay, so Ardith using stealth pulls out one of his rings.
Mm-hmm. The throwing knives have a range of 20 feet. The closest guy is currently 30 feet away from you.
Okay.
You could throw at him still, but it would be at a -1 penalty. Or you could walk up 10 feet and throw it without a penalty.
Guess I have a -2 to their AC because they're off guard.
Yep, I'll be counting that.
What?
Don't worry about it. It's on my end.
No, sorry, I thought somebody said...
I said it's the good stuff. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just hard of hearing, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I heard that. Okay, so Ardith sneaks forward.
Mm-hmm. Sneaking is done at
And-
half your normal speed, so you can make it like 10 feet and get over here behind the rock.
Yes, that fine. Using his throwing knife, aims for the closest one,
Okay.
and the play tech. Oh, yeah, you took.
Your mic is cutting out a
And-
little bit, and I'm not sure why.
It's because it's shit. That's all that is. There's not much I can say about that. I apologize.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So I use Dirty. Okay. I'm not sure what I do here.
For throwing a knife, let's see. You should go down to your weapons and, where it says hit, that'll be the number that you roll to throw the knife. Along with a 1d20.
Hmm. Okay, wait. Here. That? Wait, no, repeat?
Under the weapons tab, where you have your throwing knives,
Okay.
there'll be like a d20 icon with the word hit next to it. And it should have a plus and then a number. That is the number
Oh,
that
yeah.
you add to the d20 roll to see how accurate you are.
Yes. Okay. That makes sense. Sorry.
No problem.
No worries.
This is a learning session. Y'all are mostly new, so I'm cool.
Can vouch, our GM is the coolest.
Oh my god, that's so kind of you. Alright, so you have rolled
My rolls.
not well. That being said, every session, each party member starts with 1 hero point. You can see on your sheet where you keep track of the hero points. It's right above your skills, basically. You can use a hero point to re-roll any d20 roll that you want. Would you like to re-roll this throw?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You spend your hero points, and you can re-roll.
And if this is bad, I'm cursed. It's fine.
It's often bad. Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Oh.
That being
Damn.
said, Ardeth still has 1 action left, because it's a 3-action game. You could use it to move again, or you could use it to throw another knife. But if you throw another knife, you'll only be throwing at a +4.
Okay, so still being stealthy, he attempts to climb onto the rock, into the rock to stay hidden.
Okay. Roll stealth or stealth? Yeah, stealth. To see how well you are hidden.
Fumbling with throwing knives reminds me of that one scene from Kung Fu Hustle where dude just
Yeah.
keeps getting accidentally stabbed by knives.
Oh yeah, I love that scene. Kung Fu Hustle is so
I was
good.
thinking, because the rock is right there, that the blade like bounced off the rock and got them in the shoulder.
Okay. You will know next turn whether or not you have successfully hidden. But for now, we move on to Titania.
Okay, so first I'm going to take a freebie 5-foot step.
5-foot
Get
steps
these
are
guys-
an action in this game, just to let you know.
They're in action now?
They are now in action,
They moved
unfortunately.
Well then, what's the difference between them and a move? Okay, well...
Because they
other than
don't
the
trigger
disengage.
reactions.
Yeah. Okay, well then, she will move close enough so that she can throw her hammer at this
Alright.
guy. And, yeah. I've already factored in the clumsy. So, roll 1d20 plus 9.
Ooh. Alright, Titania, to everyone's surprise except for Ink, approaches with her hammer and yeets it at full force into this second guy. And he is hit by it.
Okay, let me roll damage. Plus 9.
Oh, is it 2d12?
It is because when I throw an improvised weapon and I get to do double dice.
Oh, okay.
That's
I think-
from my weapon improvisation thing.
Oh, is that the improvisational warrior class thing?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just double check that quickly. I think it would be 2d10 still, just because it's a thrown weapon by a barbarian, like improvised.
Well, you get to decide. That's why I asked you before if it was 2d12 or 2d10. I'm fine with the 2d10.
Yeah, 2d10 would be fine.
You want me to reroll damage?
Sure, why not? I don't think it's going to
Okay.
make much difference.
2d10 plus 9. 18.
Okay, let's see. Archetype, weapon improviser. There it is. Jeez.
And you're looking for Pummeler.
Improvise pummel?
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I have improvised pummel. When you make a strike with an improvised weapon you're wielding, you gain a +1 attack. And can have the strike deal 2 weapon damage dice instead of the improvised weapon's normal number.
Oh. You just can at level 4. That's incredible. Alright. Titania, let's see. Let's get back to the bandits sheet for a moment. I'm also getting back into the swing of things, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, I think you just flattened this dude in one hit, so he's done.
Okay, and I did read, apparently the rule I was quoting before about two-handed throwing is from Pathfinder 1E.
Oh wait,
There's
that was
no
his
longer... Yeah, that's his AC. I was fixing to say 18 HP now.
No. He's okay. He's badly hurt, but he is not dead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hit him again.
With what?
As the hammer, like she throws the hammer and it returns back to her hand.
Oh, do you have the returning rune on it?
I have the returning rune on my hand wraps, and under Pummeler, you can use the runes from your hand wraps on the things that you use with improvised weapon.
Oh my god. All right then. Or wait, actually, I think returning happens at the end of the round, though.
No, it happens after the strike. I just read.
You make it. Wow. Yep. Nope. You're 100% right. You have made a good character.
Let's see, 1d20, and this is -4, so only +5, so I'll probably miss anyway.
-5 because of the weapon.
Huh?
It would be -5, I believe, just because it's not for the hand wraps. Your strikes are agile, but your thrown hammer is not agile.
No. It's not. It's not meant to be that. I forgot. I did -4, but not -5. So yeah, you're right. So I rolled a 15 then.
Okay. Yep. 16 or
Which probably
15
misses.
will miss, unfortunately.
Okay.
Next up
But
is
yeah,
this
she does
gal.
give that little bring it on.
This fella is not very happy with getting his organs punched. So what is his movement? 25 feet? Yeah, he will walk right into Saga here. Get into the thick of this whole situation. And he will attempt to cut Saga with a scimitar.
Excuse me, that's like very rude. Could you like step back? As if she didn't just batter. As if she didn't just try to batter people's organs.
Yeah.
That's like so rude.
Actually, I think the first thing he's going to do is attempt an intimidation roll to demoralize you. Okay. Can you tell me what your will plus 10 is?
Wait.
It's in the
Will
same
plus
box.
8.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, sorry, I just don't think my mic came through.
Your will is plus 8, and okay, so it's 18. So he just makes it. He has screamed. This man who is smaller than you. He is off-putting, and you have found yourself demoralized by him. You are frightened 1, which means that for the next round you have a -1 to pretty much everything.
Womp womp.
But at the end of the round, it'll go away.
It better.
He just smells really, really bad.
So that means that your AC is also down by 1, so please tell me Does a 24 hit you?
AC is 18, which would knock it to 17, which means yes.
Okay. Thankfully, it was not a crit. Alright, he chops, and he deals 8 damage to you. And that's his round. If you guys want to, there's a way if you click on your icon, you see 3 little circles. Actually, you see a bunch of little circles, but you can put your health in the circles if you want to make it easier to track. Or you can do it your own way. I don't care. Just make...
Okay.
like, for instance... I'll just do it for this guy so you can see. If you were to go to the little gear icon on the bottom left of the icon, when you click it and go to where it says token bars, you can choose bar 1, bar 2, or bar 3. And just enter the value, and there you go. Now you can see this dude's health.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I have a feeling something just went whoosh. I was trying so hard to figure out what you were talking about with the where we put like the health thing, because I got a chunk knocked off.
That's okay. If you go to
I'm not even
the...
sure where. Oh, HP.
You got to
there
the
we go.
little gear, and the menu pops up that says token settings. Have you gotten to that point?
Hold on, I found how to do it on the character one. Not on here because it's giving me some device issues. Okay, where it pops out on the thing.
Yep, this would be on Roll20.
Mhm.
Am I supposed to have that bar off to the side?
I have too many 6s in my character.
Say that again? Oh, you have a lot
I
of
have too many
sixes.
6s on my character. No, I got 3 6s is the problem. That just means Tatiana is a beast. Anyway.
Yep.
Do you know how to bring up that pop-up? I don't know if you want to like keep it rolling and I'll like Google it or something. I
To
don't
bring
wanna
up the
pull this
pop-up, you just literally click on your icon, like on Saga's icon there, on the map.
Oh, on the map.
And
The
you
token,
can
yeah.
you can even just double click it and it'll pop up.
Thank you. So I kept trying to click down there, and it was just giving me like all the mic issues.
Okay, so on one of the bars we just write the...
Yep, you just
Okay.
write how much health you have and how much health is your max.
Okay, and I took 8 damage, correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
And this makes it so that your teammates can know when you're in trouble. Alright, but next up is Ink.
Okay, just a question. For like regular weapons like a knife, with how it works, that's one action or...
To just stab with a knife? Yep.
Okay. Just wanted to see. And then spells usually have more actions.
Yep, you can tell how many actions it is by the icon next to the spell's name.
It's like 2 diamonds.
Is it a little diamond and a big diamond?
It's like 1 little diamond and 2 big diamonds.
That means it's 2 actions to cast. Basically, the number of big diamonds is how many actions it is.
So I could like use a regular weapon and then use a spell.
Yes, you can.
All right. As they see the nice elven girl, they think, getting harassed again, this time by someone more rougher, they just slide out a small pistol from their desert cloak and just shoot at the guy to get his attention. So roll, hold on, what do I roll?
I got a bodyguard, but I've also got a gun!
You got your
Coat pistol.
Yeah, coat pistol. Under the weapons tab, there'll be a thing that says hit, and then the number.
Alright, +9.
Yeah. Ooh. 28. Is that... That is not quite a crit, but you do hit him.
And then it
Just shy of it.
1d4 piercing.
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing added to it, right? It's just the 1d4?
I think it would give you the extra number if there was more to add to it. So
Okay.
yeah, in this case it's just 1d4. Good shot.
Alright, it just plonked them in the shoulder as they were focusing on her. And they just the next thing they're gonna do as they can get their attention is where hold on, there it is.
Also, I apologize
going
to
to-
anyone in the chat. Being a GM means that I don't have a lot of time to look at the chat and talk to people, unfortunately. But I will check in every once in a while.
I know that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast fear.
Okay.
My DC, I guess, is 20 according to this.
Yeah, okay. So that'll be against their will, if I remember right. His will is not very good. And he fails.
He definitely sees something, not the person that just saw him, but something horrific, I would imagine.
All right.
So, yeah.
What is
he's
the...
got a...
Go ahead.
He is frightened 1? Or, no. Frightened 1? No, wait. When it is failure is what he had. He just failed. Frightened 2.
Frightened 2. Okay, so he now has a -2 to everything. That's not...
I just had something come to mind when it comes to what he might be seeing.
I have an idea what he sees, but I'm just gonna say horrifying. That definitely would take attention off of Saga.
Yeah, he is shook. And that's your 3 actions, I believe.
Yep.
All right.
Saga out of Saga real quick is like, thank you for avenging me. Like, I think that was a nice thing. Like, I'm not fully sure, but like that seemed like they did a nice thing. So like, dang.
But he scared you, and then Saga, Ink really scared him.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's definitely a terrifying. No, I'm also like the plus fear from like the enemy, where I'm just like kind of trying to play it off, shaking, but like, thanks.
They look Ink looks very locked the fucking just dead stare at this person with that that shade, that kind of shade thing where it just it hides part of the face, but you just see the glow of eyes.
Yep.
Yep. For some reason, this guy, he got shot by Ink, and then he turned to look at them, and now he's just sweating buckets for unexplained reasons. And Ink's eyes might be glowing. It's hard to say. Now it's this guy's turn. He's going to move over here. And, let's see. What does he want to do? Yeah, he doesn't like Titania because Titania just threw a big hammer at his buddy. So he's going to try to stab her a couple times. But he's no fool. He's also going to try to spook her. With intimidation.
Ooh.
I think he fails, though. Unless Titania's will is 1.
Yeah, she looks back at us and bring it, shit boy.
Yeah. Figured as much. And here comes the machete. Ooh, I think he brought it.
Yeah, he did hit.
There you go. So he does hit you, and he deals a whole 8.
You felt bad. You felt bad for his attempt at intimidating you, so you thought you'd let him. You thought you'd let him try to nick you at least once to make him feel better.
Yeah.
Alright, and also, as a general rule, for those of you who are used to, like, Pathfinder 1E or D&D, usually it's not a good idea to use ranged attacks or spells in front of enemies, but it's less of a bad idea in Pathfinder 2E, because usually the only people who can make attacks of opportunity on you are trained fighters, like knights and stuff like that. And these guys are not that. So you are safe.
Alright.
Next up is Hanu.
Awesome. Well, this guy decided to just like for some reason get like within my range. So let's see him what happens when you fuck around.
Mhm.
All right.
We can find out.
It is worth pointing out
So
that flanking is a thing. If both of you are on opposite sides of the enemy, he will be off guard to both of you and have -2 to his AC.
okay. So I will go ahead and I will move myself to that flanking position. And then let's see. Yeah, I'll take out my bow staff and I will go ahead and I will attack him.
All right.
And then +9.
Ooh,
Ooh, let's go.
good start.
Full line crit.
Are you? You're a monk, so do you want a flurry of blows?
No, I'll save that. I'm just gonna whack him with my stick.
Okay. So that is a crit, which means all the damage is doubled.
All right. So let's see. 1d8 and then +3. All right, so that's gonna make it what, 8 now?
That's going to make it 8. All right. And what's your next move? You have one more action.
Hit him again at a minus, but
Can I trip him?
Yeah, you can try to trip him. I believe that's
right.
athletics, right? Let me look.
should be athletics.
Yeah.
Grapple, long jump, reposition, shove, swim, trip. It does have the attack trait, though, which means that you will be dealing with the multiple attack penalty. Because this is your second quote-unquote attack in a round. You will make an athletics check at, I believe, a -4, because you're trapping with the staff, and I think the post staff is agile, right?
Hang on a second. Let me just double check something here.
Oh, it is not agile. That's okay. So you'll be tripping at a -5 to your athletics.
If the athletics is 5, I will laugh.
All right. So 1d20 and then plus athletics. So 9.
-5, so it's +4.
Oh, +4. Okay. So that's going to make it 15.
15. Check his fortitude. Soft guard effects saves? I don't think it does. Okay, unfortunately you do not trip him.
Ah, all right.
That is your third action.
Okay, still give him a decent whack, whack to the head.
Yeah. And then there's these last two guys. This one's gonna go back up his buddy. And just try to attack Titania twice. I think that's a fail.
Yep.
And let's see. Okay. And then the second one will be at a +4. And that's a big fail.
Yep.
This last guy is gonna come around here. Titania, do you have reactive strike?
I don't think so. Let me check to be sure. Oh, so that's the one I hit, right?
Yes.
Can I see his like HP just so I got like an idea?
He took
Related.
18. He took 18 damage. He's not looking good.
Tempered, adrenaline rush. Weapon, Titan, wounded. No, I do not have reactive strike. Unfortunately, that's not something that's easy to get as a barb. this early.
Okay. So you two are not quite a trained fighter, quote unquote. You are just very strong and angry.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So they have you flanked. So you're going to have a -2 to your AC right now, as he does the same thing. An 18 and a 9.
The 18, because my AC is 20, so -2. Yeah, that hits.
Hey, there you go, buddy. He slashes you for 7. And then we're back to the top of the round with Saga.
Goody, am I still quaking in my boots?
For this turn, yes.
I got this. I know what I'm doing. I've definitely been in plenty of fights. I got this. Oh, goody. The last one went so well. How close are we? Okay, they're like right up. Oof. Thing is, she's definitely built for, spells and range, so... Is there anyone who could use healing yet? No.
You probably could use some healing.
I'll survive, for sure.
Fine.
Fine.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
It's
I'm bleeding
fine.
out, but I'm fine.
You're fine. Look,
Is it worth?
well, you're fine
Healing, I
as in
haven't-
you're pretty. I don't know about the bleeding, though.
Ay, ay, ay.
It's the second time I've been called pretty today. I don't get what everyone's going off about.
I mean, you're pretty tall for a non-giant.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I got it from my parents.
Girls gotta learn to take compliments.
I think Saga just being as sort of stubborn as she can be is like, I should heal, but this time I'm gonna nail the spell. Like, this time it's gonna land for sure, right?
Alright, so are you going to do the same spell again?
Yeah, I was just looking up for what I had to roll the last time.
I think I'm the one who rolls. It's a fortitude save.
Okay, so you roll, and then I would roll for the damage, right?
Yep, and he's frightened too,
Yeah,
which
it's-
means that his saves have a -2 as well. So,
Okay, so it would just even out then.
ooh, he does get a 21 though, so he succeeds.
Oy. Oy. Frightened, demoralized, beaten in by these rolls, just like, okay.
I think on a
That's
normal
fine.
success, it'll still do half damage though, right? If it says basic fortitude save.
The saving throw, basic fortitude.
Yeah, so it'll do half damage on a success, so you can still roll your damage.
Okay. So then, because I normally have a +4 on it, it would only be a +2 then.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
All
this
right.
is just not her spell.
Okay, I go be, I think, 1 + 2, because the dice are also halved. So 3. You hurt him a little bit more. You have one more action if you want to do anything with it.
Not much.
That she can't do, honestly. I'd say, if at all, could she just like move one step back?
Yeah, you can move as far back as you want. Within your movement speed.
Movement speed is 30 feet.
That makes you faster than most people, because you're an elf, and you're better that way.
And also, I've got really long legs.
Yep.
There's the ruler thingy about better.
You also have a camel. I don't think we ever.
I
got off
assumed
the
you guys
camels.
dismounted the camels for the fight.
Yeah, I think the only one I remember, I think, was like Titania jumping off and being like, "Arr!"
That's
think
why
she-
I was shooting from the camel because I didn't think I was in range for anything else.
Oh no, you're not on the camel right now. Sorry, I was just
Alright.
hand waving it.
Okay, I think. Also, again, she's like frightened, demoralized. Has been like through all of this. Her spell has saved twice. She like jumps back like 15 feet.
All
And
right.
it's just like, here I'll be safe for sure. Right, like here I'll be okay.
Yeah.
'Cause too much
Okay,
further away will be hard for spells to hit.
Ardeth. From the looks of it, you have successfully hidden from them. This guy hasn't seemed to have noticed you.
Wait. He's... Surely there's something to do.
What?
Alright.
Yeah, stab.
That. Ardith pulls out the I'm going to... Someone tell me how to pronounce.
The rapier?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He jumps out from where he had hidden him and attempts to take a stab.
All right. This guy is not only frightened too, but he is flat-footed to this attack. His AC is super low right now. And a 19 will do it. You stab and you sneak attack. So whatever your weapon's damage is, plus sneak attack. Which I believe this level is 1d6.
Yeah. I know how to.
12 damage. Ow. Alright, he's in bad shape now.
Damn, that
And
must have hurt.
you still have 2 more actions.
Damn again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Alright.
take another stab at
If you stab with
Which
the
is-
rapier, it'll be at a -5. If you stab with the battle glove, it'll be at a -4 instead.
with the what?
The other weapon that I gave you. I think it's called a battle glove.
That. The bladed gauntlet?
Yeah, the bladed gauntlet.
Go. That makes... I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, because the
It's
rapier
power
is
glove.
the rapier is not an agile weapon, but the gauntlet is, which means that multiple attack penalty is lower, or is less, I should say.
Okay, what did you say, -5?
Normally it's -5 if you stab with the rapier twice, but if you stab with the rapier once and then with the bladed gauntlet, it'll be -4 instead. So it'll be at a +9, I believe. Wait, 9? 5. In any case, it's a
I
hit.
think, yeah, that's a hit
Yeah.
regardless.
I don't believe the second attack is going to count as a sneak attack, so it'll just be your normal damage. And stabbing him
exactly.
a second time with the bladed gauntlet brings him down. Congratulations, Ardith. You have one more action. And I will give you your hero point back for taking down the first enemy of the game.
You know, if you moved here, we'd be flanking this guy.
Okay.
Just saying.
So, with that, Ardith dodges moves.
Okay, sounds good. And that's Ardith's turn. Titania.
Yeah, Titania's like, good show, Ardith! And she's going to turn around to the guy that she's already hit once, and she's going to take a swing at him. Okay. And
Alright.
I'm glad to be flanking them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. D10 plus. Because this is a regular hit.
You haven't
So
hit
it's
yet.
not as good
Still- Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just seeing what I need to roll. Okay. 1d20 plus 9.
19?
That
You
should
got
hit
her.
since it's flank. Okay. Now, I do less damage on this one because I don't get to double the damage. Because I'm not improvising. This is just the way this weapon works.
Mm-hmm.
So 1d12 plus 9. Or 18 more points of damage.
That is more than enough. He goes down. And Titania still has 2 more actions.
Tatiana is... Unfortunately, I don't have Catfall, so I can't do that cheese yet. Do I want to just... I'll just smack the guy that has already gotten hit once by Hanu.
Yeah, you're flanking him too, so.
Yeah. Can you believe this weapon isn't agile, though?
Yeah, it's
Can't
a big
believe
maul.
What's funny is it's a big maul, but it's a big maul.
It's an even bigger maul than a normal maul, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that's 1d20 plus 4. Let's see if I can get the hit off. Nope.
Not that time. What would you like to do with your last action?
For the hell of it. Too many minuses to do anything special with athletics at the moment. So she's going to do something really crazy. And 1d20 plus 7 as she tries to patch up a wound real quick. So like she smashes the guy, flails at the other one, and then kind of like pops it down and reaches into her pouch and like slaps a bunch of bandages. Like soaks up some of the blood. Or tries to. With battle medicine. Doesn't make it. Well.
Doesn't make it. Okay. She tries, but the bandages fall off. Unfortunate. But now it is Ink's turn.
Alright. Let us see. Well, I'm going to use... I guess on the one that Titania's attacking, I'm going to use my daze.
Alright.
So that is a will save?
Let's see. Yup. Will save. Their will is bad. I don't think this guy's in penalties. No, he does not. But his roll is godlike.
Damn.
Crit succeeds. Nothing happens.
Alright. If powers from the beyond don't work, get a gun. I guess I shoot him.
I think you have to reload a coat pistol, right?
Do I? Oh, let me, well, let me click it. It says uncommon, concealable, fatal 8.
Let's see. Yeah, I think you... Yeah, it's reload 1, so you can spend 1 action to reload it this round.
Alright. I guess I can spend my last action to reload that.
Alright. And as you start reloading your gun, these guys... Seeing 2 of their friends real dead in the sand, decide that it's no longer worth it, and they are going to run from the fight. Or at least this guy is. He makes it quite a distance.
Provoke an attack of opportunity from me.
Oh, do you have that? You have reactive strike?
Oh, no, I do not. Never mind.
Oh,
Okay.
you need some specific to do that.
Yeah, you need a specific reaction type. Fighters have it, a couple other classes have it. I think monks have a version of it at some point. But not quite yet, I don't think.
Later in the build.
Yeah. So yeah, this guy makes it like 75 feet away, and he is just running off into the desert. This other guy, well, it's not his turn yet. Hanu, what would you like to do? But it does look like he's going to run as well.
Okay. You know what? I'll try to go for it. So I'm going to go up behind him, and I am going to try to use my dirty trick skill.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. Gotta do that against thievery. Okay. Plus 8.
It's not gonna make it, whatever it is, I don't think. Unless it's against... No, that's... If it's against fort or reflex, it's no good.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'll use my heroic
Your hero point? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try that again. All right, how's that?
What's it against?
It's still against reflex.
His reflex is higher than his other stats, unfortunately.
Shoot.
Hero points. They're good
All right.
sometimes.
Well, I guess I will. Just attack normally with my. I'll try to attack normally with my staff.
All right.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh no. That's probably unfortunate.
That is, in fact, unfortunate.
Damn.
One more action. Oh no, wait, you moved. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Hana does his best. But this guy is going to run as well. The combats can be over right now, unless you guys want to chase them down.
Gianna's thinking about it. She can move 30. 2 strides at 60. How fast are these guys going?
They're going 25.
Oh, so she's faster than they are.
Yeah, but it would still take all 3 of your movements to catch up to them.
I don't necessarily need to catch up to them. I just need to get within 10 feet of one of them.
You can do that eventually.
She will call out to Ink. Slaughter or let him go.
What does Ink
Oh,
think?
sorry. Oh, sorry. I was muted. I said they call out. Think they'll bring friends about or chicken out.
I don't think we're ever going to see them again.
All right, let them go.
Fine. You're lucky!
Congratulations. You've defeated the Waterlord bandits. You find on them. Oh, okay. One of them has a nice. One of them has a cool staff. Yes, they have a staff of healing.
Oh.
Just a normal one.
Staff of healing.
This
it
whitewood
helps
staff is.
with healing?
It can, yeah. This whitewood staff is capped at each end with a golden cross adorned with ruby cabochons, whatever that means. A staff of healing grants an item bonus to the hit points you restore anytime you cast the heal spell, using your own spell slots or charges from the staff.
Saga's just kind of like, don't mind if I do.
Hey, you alright, Saga?
I've never been better. Whether it's her eagle or delusional is not quite yet apparent. Why would you ask? Of course I'm well. A meager battle like this would never... would never get to me.
Oh, looks like Age might have to dip out for now.
Oh, is Age dipping out?
Okay, cool.
I'm just checking what they are saying.
That's a crit.
Oh. What's that crit for?
She used treat wounds on herself.
Oh, good. Ah, okay, yes. Age has to dip. That's okay. I was gonna wrap up pretty soon anyway. Have a good night, Age.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good one,
Me
Age.
too.
Laters.
Right.
Good times, good times.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Okay, well, whatever.
I forget how staffs work, but basically this is going to be very useful for the healer, and surprise, the healer is Saga.
I'm so annoyed.
The thing is,
48
I'm not
and I rolled
beating.
5.
The thing is, I'm not beating the Freyrun allegations now that I have a giant staff too.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm.
Alongside the
I
staff,
was gonna
however, you see a note.
Ooh, what's it say?
The note has the following message. It says, Dear Poet Vals, I am most eager to have you as my guest at my home in the Silver Frond Oasis, which lies to the west of your dwelling. I am a great admirer of your work, and would be honored if you would visit. The bearers of this message can easily guide you to my home should you wish to come. Sincerely, Almeth.
Ah, I do believe
There, I
our
just put it there.
friend might have.
Also, I can't see the word Almeth and not think of, wow, that would be the worst My Hero Academia OC.
Oh, myth.
As Ink is reading this, they go, I think our friend, as the youth says, got jabaited.
Mm-hmm. So, you have two options now. You can head over to where Almeth is, or you can stop by, Val's house to look for more information.
I think we should check out the Almeth's place, because if these guys are representative of him, they might be running that way. So, yeah.
Okay. And I guess we'll leave that for the next session then. Thank you guys
Okay.
so much. This was a very good first session, I would say.
Oh yeah,
Lots
this
of
was
fun.
pretty fun.
What
Thanks
did
for
we
having
learn?
us.
I hope you all had
What
fun.
did we-
What kind of armor were they wearing again?
Oh, they had, what did they have? These bandits. Probably leather. Studded leather. Pardon me. They also have a
Yeah.
dagger and a machete and a sling.
A machete? I thought they were using scimitars.
Sorry, a scimitar. I'm looking at the generic bandit page.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Tatiana is literally stripping them.
Not a problem.
and Putting everything in back. Yeah.
That's how that's how it is in this bitch of a system. In other systems where looting bodies is frowned upon, well, it's not really the case here in Pathfinder. You loot everything.
I mean, to be fair, we're just making it easier for the animals that are gonna feast upon them.
Yeah, you can.
So it's
just
Loot
kinda-
Finder now.
Oh yeah, here I'll leave it in the Roll20 chat. What they had on them, minus the just basically you have 2 daggers, 2 machetes, 2 slings, 2 sets of studded leather armor. And
I can't help but think after the jebaited, it's just like, what does jebaited mean? Because she's like 133, just like, the youths are saying what is... I don't understand this anymore.
I can't wait till someone asks Saga how old she is.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
I'll probably ask that at some point.
But
And
what is the
it was
lesson we
picked.
learned? What is the lesson we learned today?
That the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I wanted to do
Well,
one
we
other
learned.
thing.
Write that down!
I'll ask Bleh about it later when I catch up with them. Because I'm really bad at assigning hero points, and I'm supposed to be assigning a hero point every hour, I figured that the other thing that I could do would be to get you guys to do it instead. So, I'm gonna ask each of you who you think is your hero of the session. Let's start with Ink.
Is it like a accommodation for someone?
Yeah, it's like a commendation.
Honestly, I kind of want to give it to Hanu.
Okay,
Just
why is that?
He's just a boy. Just a good little monkey boy, fresh and new out in the world.
Alright. for being not a good boy, but being a boy true to himself. Hanu, you will start the next session with 2 hero points.
All right.
Titania, who is your hero?
My hero is not here, but it's Ardith. They got the first kill, and they knew the assignment, and they totally went into it. So yeah, not only did they kill someone, but they also helped me kill someone, and Tatiana always appreciates that.
All right, I'll let Ardith know. And Hanu, who was your hero?
I was gonna say Ardith as well. They had a pretty good they got that pretty good kill as their first kill. So I was impressed with that.
Okay, I guess Ardith will start with the maximum number of hero points, which is 3. Saga, who would you say your hero is?
I mean, Ink just went in right after Saga and was like, "Don't you touch!" So definitely, like, partly out of like the fear and respect of just like, "Here you go."
There's a reason that they were like, they're starting to grow an affinity for Saga, and it's like, oh no, I must protect.
All right, Ink starts the next session with 2 hero points. Very, very good. Now, let me see who's out for raiding tonight. 9 people? I have 9 people watching me? Holy shit!
Congrats!
Oh my god, I actually might be an affiliate one of these days.
No.
Thank you guys so much. And lurkers, of course. Thank you for lurking.
Also, do you have VODs anywhere, or?
I do. I'll have VODs on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, that way we can post it out so we can get you affiliate.
Yeah, okay. Which of my friends do I want to give this to? I'll actually give it to CL Valkyrie, I think. Alright, so let me remember how to raid. Exclamation mark, raid, space, CL.
Just say I realized you still have the Infinity Nikki and Love Nikki tags for the
Oh god damn it!
stream.
No!
You see, this is why Saga was so interested in fashion. We were just playing into
No.
the Infinity Nikki open world.
No, no, I don't play those types of games. I'm a cool man.
It is such
I
a
will-
fun game.
It is
Tatiana
really-
has put the studded leathers and the 2 scimitars in her pack to carry them because she's really good at carrying stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
Those were the only things that were actually worth any money. So if you want anything else just like to actually use, feel free to pick it up.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we'll sell this stuff and then split the money later.
Oh god, did I do it wrong? I sure did, I think.
Slash raid, I believe.
Oh, is it slash raid? I always get it mixed up.
Yeah, because exclamation mark for the commands.
Alright, let's do it. Make sure I spelled it right. I did. There we go. Alright. Thank you
There.
guys for watching.
there
We'll
we
see
go.
you next week. Same time, same channel.
See you next week.
Perfect. Until next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
And then we just ninja vanish.
Ninja vanish.
We'll go with that.